Hi, we're going to discuss on 3 clips the nature of addiction being a spiritual malady, not a biological illness. This is a crucial matter that has to be clarified. It happens to be one of the fundamental ideas that is needed to have clear in order to recover. That the malady is spiritual, therefore the solution is spiritual. If the malady is biological, we're going to see that it's an entirely different picture altogether. You cannot blend the two. Now, the question may be asked, being that we're discussing Torah and the 12 steps, what about the religious person? What about someone who appears to be ultra-Orthodox? Someone who is so religious, apparently, that how come he uses drugs? This is an issue that causes confusion with people that don't understand. We're going to look at that now on page 93 of the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Your prospect may belong to a religious denomination. His religious education and training may be far superior to yours. Perhaps many years in yeshiva, right? In that case, he's going to wonder how you can add anything to what he already knows. But he will be curious to learn why his own convictions have not worked and why yours seem to work so well. He may be an example of the truth that faith alone is insufficient. To be vital, faith must be accompanied by self-sacrifice and unselfish constructive action, which is not occurring, by the way, right? Let him see that you are not there to instruct him in religion. Admit that he probably knows more about it than you do. Now, this is the crucial point now. But call to his attention the fact that however deep his faith and knowledge, he could not have applied it or he would not drink. Now, this is so important to understand. If somebody's truly practicing Torah, they will not become an alcoholic. It's very clear straight out of the Big Book. Because spirituality is the solution. If a person is living a Jewish way of life and he's integrating Jewish values and he's living a spiritual life, he's not going to become an addict. Perhaps your story will help him see where he has failed to practice the very precepts he knows so well. Now, of course, precepts are mitzvahs, right? So, even though there's a lot of intellectual knowledge, the person has not practiced the mitzvahs properly. There's a self-centeredness. There's a lack of unselfish constructive action. When someone comes for help, it's important for them to understand they are spiritually bankrupt. They are empty. They're lacking. And they need to have a tshuva experience, which means to return to Hashem through the 12 steps as that process. So, we represent no particular faith or denomination. We're dealing only with general principles common to most denominations. That's really what the steps are dealing. They're common to many various backgrounds. The problem with a medical model, as we're going to discuss in a bit, is that it takes away all responsibility for a person's recovery. If a person is doing the right thing and he's practicing the steps, he will not relapse. Just like it says here, if he's practicing those precepts, he would not drink. If somebody relapses, they need to mend their spiritual fences, make corrections, not blame some external cause such as an illness or biological illness that may be to some degree unpredictable with a relapse.